My favorite set of irons this week were the Callaway Apex. For multiple reasons, there were a lot of good things about those irons. One thing in particular is that I owned a set of the Diablo forged irons that came out a few years ago. And I believe this set of irons is the evolution of those.
An interesting resumption of the old Apex name from Hogan days. These are not Hogans. They are much more maneuverable, relatively compact head, thin top line, no offset, bunch of game improvement stuff on the back, but very much hidden.
The ball gets up very nicely. It's pretty much a straight ball flight with some workability into it. It's got a low center of gravity in it, but you can still move the ball around and it's still got a piercing trajectory to it.
It's perimeter weighted, so it is going to be very forgiving on mishits, toe hits, heel hits, still traveled well. And of course with the forging, you're going to get feedback, which a lot of better players will look for.
Even more than feeling sweet, you could do anything you wanted with them. They're dynamite around the greens. I hit knockdowns from all over the place.
They came with a graphite shaft. It had the lightness, the shock absorption, and the soft feel of graphite, but it had all the stability and accuracy of steel. It was a unique combination and something new and unique.
My favorite irons this year were the Nike VRS COVERT Forged. Terrific set. Really on the better player end of the game improvement irons, and these really fit the bill for me. They had all the feel of any player's club here, but had a lot of the forgiveness of really the middle of the pack game improvement irons.
They were a little scary at first because they looked more like players' irons, but when you got them out on the course, very easy to swing, a lot more help than you would expect from looking at the club.
When you pick these irons up, they just melt in your hand, and you set up over them, and I was just able to hit a lot of really good shots with those irons. The short irons were very, very accurate. I was able to hit a lot of greens with these particular irons, and my ball flight was just great with my short iron.
I really liked the fact that it was so forgiving too. I just didn't expect that. A couple of holes, there was a par 3 with a good stiff wind right at us, and I just sent it out right with a nice high draw, and even with the draw, the ball came in, checked up with about 6 to 8 feet of where it landed. I was very impressed.
The test set that we had included a 4-iron, and I was surprised at how well I was able to hit it and how good the trajectory was. So this could be a significant change for me if I'm able to hit longer irons once again.
This is a club that you're going to see in the pro shop and you may not want to pick up and try, and you're going to really, really be surprised if you give it the time to give it an effort and compare it. There's very few that compare it to this club.
My favorite iron for this week was the Ping G25 irons. They are long, they are forgiving, they are accurate. They're all I could ask for in a complete set of irons. I put them in my hands and I have complete confidence in them. I was able to stand and not worry about looking at that water to the right-hand side of the green, totally take it out of my mind. I know that they're not going to send anything way off to the left or to the right. It's going to take me right towards the target. And the great part about that iron is if I miss it, I'm still on the green. I still have a chance at a birdie. Maybe it's a long putt, but you know what? It's a lot better than being in that bunker short and right.
The Titleist AP1 714s. You can hit it off the toe, you can hit it off the heel. You'll still know what you did, but you're not going to lose nearly as much difference as many other options out there. And the feel of these things is just so wonderful. When you hit a good shot, it's great. When you hit a bad shot, it tells you what it did, but it doesn't react harshly in your hands. There's nothing but telling good vibration here. It makes it easy to hit a 4-iron. A lot of players, especially those who are getting older or have less flexibility, don't have the swing speed they used to. It's getting hard to hit the longer irons, and they're going to hybrids. And with this club, the Titleist just makes it easy for you to stick with the irons and get the ball airborne.